You see, we've earned respect night after night, year after year, given it everything we've got. The blood, the sweat, and the tears for this business because we love it. And we've earned it. And you're looking at the best.
I get it, I re-up, I drop up, I go out and get it. Show them the vibe, but they still don't get it. Yeah. I sold them cash.
Hi! Hi, girl.
Hello, my darling.
What I do?
You alright?
I'm good, and I'm here live and direct on our show, season 2 finale.
Bang, 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 bang. Whoa, whoa, come again.
Woohoo! I cannot believe that we are at this point again, like, so quick. It comes around so quickly.
Yeah. I think we should do a little bit of bragging. We've been doing ranting rights, but I think we should do a little bit of bragging rights. Go on, just do a bit of bragging. Go on.
Girl, how did we come this far? I feel like I've been on such a journey with you, my pod sis.
It's good when you get the Grammy and the Oscar and that. We're on the way. We're on the way, man. I don't know what they can.
Big shout out to everyone who believed in us, to all our listeners. No, I'm saving that to the end, man.
And I want to thank God. Because without him, I would be nothing.
Oh my goodness, I know.
And this is why we're hot. Do you remember that? This is why we're hot.
Yeah.
Hot. You're black. You ain't, because you're not.
Oh my gosh. Well, from what was a little seed that we planted, that we sowed in over a McDonald's breakfast, however many months ago, we are flourishing, babe.
Oh, that's so much coffee. Coffee, man. Oh, Lord.
Oh, gosh. Oh, it's good to hear you, though, babes. Welcome to all our listeners. It's been a hot second.
Mm-hmm. It has. We've been there, but we ain't been there, and we've been there.
Yeah. You know, life prevails and all of that, but we are good and we're here for it. So
yeah, and we'll definitely be coming with, everything we do, improving, pushing forward, consistency and stuff. That's our hope and dream for us all.
Absolutely. We're not quite on Stephen Bartlett's level yet. Like, he's got a whole team. Like, we're just a two women band, so
yeah, you don't have to cuss no kids before he gets on the mic.
No. Exactly. Oh gosh.
So season finale, baby.
Season finale.
So we're going to let the people them know which show this is, sis.
You are listening to the Hustle is Real 101 podcast.
The song bad as it.
Booyaka. For Shabba Rankin. I love that. I love saying that booyaka for Shabba Rankin. What is that?
I don't even know.
There's something wrong with me. This is the Hustle is Real 101 podcast. You are entering the realms of madness. The home of real talks, real perspectives, and real mother effing life, baby.
Is it a pod, Donnie?
They can call it that if they want to. Some like to, but for me, it's just two half-decent people having a half-decent conversation, babes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Woohoo! Baby. And you're going to tell the people who you are?
Who are we? I've given one of them in a long time. Hello there, some people lovingly refer to me as Neats, and I am your resident buff babe in business.
I'm Miffy
One and only.
Yeah, the one and only. And hi babes, I'm Cam, entrepreneur, personal stylist, social media extraordinaire, and mummy of 4.
Easy now.
Yes! Yay! Who's happy to have seen them gone back to school now?
Oh yeah, man. That couldn't close quick enough for you.
Why? Them summer holidays were long. They were long.
Was, and It was long, warm, and just, I can't even remember what happened in it. It was just like contentless.
Exactly. But we moved.
Yeah, we moved. It came and it went, and so we moved. So here we are, season 2 finale. We're going to try and touch on our usual pointers. Get the old comment section out, get KMT the week out, you know what I mean? We have to touch back from where we came from.
That's it, exactly. So, on that note, what have you been listening to, or what have you been watching?
Oh, right. So, last night, I was sitting down and just feeling around, and I heard some music coming through the window. It was so cool. It was like a live band. Okay. Yeah, it was like a live band, and I heard the guitar. You know when you're not sure, could that be a TV, but how could someone's TV be so loud? Yeah, so he was blaring it out, the music, and it was so good. You know, always you might hear Burna Boy, people's blaring out the music. This time it was like some rock and blues, and I've got a feeling it's the guy with the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, who can say they got a neighbour with a boat? I've got a neighbour with a boat, and I'm thinking, based on the way he moves and stuff, and his boat, his life passion project that I've seen him doing forever. Big up you. I had a feeling it might be coming from his house, and I was loving it. And I feel like just to know there's other people out there living life on this earth and we're not alone. And there's other species out there, you know, who were in their house jamming it out with the music, and I was appreciating it. I was sitting there like, no, I'm not going to turn the TV on right now. I'm going to listen through the window.
Wow.
Yes, that was.
Why not, man?
I know. Yeah, I think he was the one. It's definitely him. He was pulling his boat off. I was late, like usual. And he was pulling his boat off to take it wherever, goodness knows. And as I've come around the corner, the boat is coming off the front slowly. I'm like, oh hell no. So rather than get vexed, I just spun the car around and went, and I just thought that's a neighbourly thing to do. Yeah, you got to get your pennies to heaven. You got to get your pennies to heaven, babe.
It's true, hon.
It's not just club card points we have to collect right now. You got to get out of there. Yeah. So that was him, and big up him. He got me right in my creative bag. That's what he did. He helped me to get my little notes and my mindset ready for this discussion.
Okay, well that's good. We'll grab inspo from wherever we can get it.
Yeah, it was sweet harmony. Do you remember that tune?
Yeah, I do.
I was in the Savers the other day, and they were playing it, and I'm like, oh, what are you like when you go to the shop and you hear a tune? What are you like? I'm like, I remember this tune, yeah. Do you sing along, or what do you do? Do you just smile?
I do sing along. I do sing along. Sing a what? Sing along. There we go. I do sing along, and the kids are usually like, "Mummy, you're so loud."
Wait, say good. You just sing. I don't care. I just.
It's a banger, and it brings back good memories. What can you do? You've got to sing along. You got to do bust a little two-step while you're shuffling that trolley along. You got it, man. And these little moments that you've got to take joy in.
Got to go in the camera, the CCTV camera, and just do a little. Or whatever you have to do in there.
Yeah, man, that's it. So yeah, I usually have a little sing along.
That's good, because the people in there was singing through their teeth. Everyone was singing the song, but trying not to go on. They were singing the song, except for one lady who worked in there, who was determined to make the day pass quickly.
Yeah.
And her sweet she was in her sweet harmony. She was in her sweet harmony, babes.
Really? But you know what? That is good though. That's good, because I've got a friend. He can sing though. He can sing, and he was singing to the tunes in the shop, and somebody who happened to be like a talent scout or whatnot stopped him and gave him his details, and now he's helping him to establish his career and stuff, his singing career. So I was like, see, you never know, who's listening or what opportunities might come around the corner just from having at work. Do you know what I mean?
For real.
Showing a bit of your personality.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you shouldn't be chatting to people in the shop either, because someone might hear that too and run back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You never know who's watching, so.
Yeah, because people like to get comfortable in their mobile phones when they walk around the shop. Some people just really are in their conversation bag and they don't realise that everybody's listening.
Exactly.
They want you to be listening like, oh, it's a kidnapper, please help.
Boy, you never know, hon.
I know, they're talking loud because I saw something on the socials the other day and the lady was, she saved the girl from being kidnapped. But then, you know when they're walking down the street with them and you can't quite tell why this man is walking with this young girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the girl, I think the lady tried to pretend she was, knew her and dragged her into the shop, and then the man just ended up giving up and going off. And I thought,
oh, really?
This is how they teeth them. This is how they get them off the side of the road.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
she was
scary, man.
She was 10, I think the little girl was.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was like, cool how the lady done it. So you got to keep your eyes open, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, do you want the good news first or the bad news?
Give me the bad first.
Let me see. Right, I'm gonna give you the in order it's in.
Oh gosh, how much bad news could there possibly be?
Right, social media moments, right? Just a quick little rundown. There's so many things been happening this last section of the year. Many things been happening, and if they listen to the KMT, you get a KMT, I get a KMT, everybody gets a KMT, they will hear a portion of the stuff that's been going on, and that is just, a little snippet of it. You know what I'm saying? That is just what they call it, to the iceberg. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. So we will start with, because there's been a lot of royal discussion lately. Still going on Meghan. You see Meghan and them at Beyonce's party. But Beyonce's thing. It wasn't even a party. We might as well call it a global party, because that's what it's been. And they were there boogieing in the background. But they tried to say how Harry was screwing up his face, and they're trying to say, divorce is on the rise, and then all this stuff. But they said the other clips of just them partying. Meghan, those dance moves were interesting, babe.
Oh, I don't think they're getting divorced. I've heard that as well, some rumours and stuff, but
yeah. So they were jamming it out there, and everyone just keeps looking on their life to see what's their life going to look like. And it kind of maybe made the algorithms throw my way. This thing about celebrities, old money, 3 reasons why old money families avoid celebrities. Yeah, and the crutch of it is that they like to keep their business to themselves, and they say that new money chats too much.
Yeah.
And although they think that they're cute and they're entertaining and they would love to have them as a best friend, the people that have their knickers out on the washing line all night, and that's not how they roll. They roll with the depths of secrecy. So when you're out there doing everything, it turns them. It's not something that they have. It's part of the lifestyle. You are raised to know what to say and what not to say, what to do and what not to do. So even if you are out there having fun, you've got to kind of like construct it so that it doesn't come back. That is why when there's scandal, this means when there's scandal, what lengths will they do to keep the secret? That's what you go ask yourself.
Well, the thing is, though, that's quite interesting, because I feel that, I know it was quite segregated before, like old money and celebrity culture, but I feel like at times it has merged, obviously. I mean, look at the royal family. They could be classed as old money to a degree, or used to be, but now they're verging on like celebrity, that sort of whole lifestyle and way of thinking. I mean, they've merged together. Look at Harry and Meghan, for instance, as well. Like, what's his name? I've forgotten. The Queen's brother, whatever his name was. What was his name again? The one who, he was supposed to become king of England, but he abdicated the crown to go off with his American actress, Beyonce or whatever. I've forgotten their name. Their names.
That was the Queen's uncle, because the king...
Oh, the Queen's uncle.
Queen's
uncle, the Queen's uncle, sorry. So, so there again, maybe...
Mrs. Simpson.
Yes, Mrs. Simpson. That's it. And I think, was she a divorcee? Was she divorced?
Yeah.
So that was that again, and obviously that is a example of when old money would still had, like, it was still quite a big thing where families, you know, old money was old money. People had wealth, people were still very secretive, and that was just going completely against the grain, and you know, affiliating yourself with a celebrity and, you know, divorced woman and all that kind of stuff. So I can see, like, that's a clear example of the disdain that old money might have had for celebrity, you know, and that kind of thing. But the thing is, though, in celebrity culture, that's how they make their money, though. That is how they make their money as well as like some of them being born into money. Some of the celebrities make their money from talking about themselves and self-promotion and all of that kind of stuff that old money people coming from old money can't stand. And it's just the opposite of how they've been brought up and their way of thinking.
So basically, with the old money and new money celebrity thing being like oil and water, the Meghan and Harry thing was kind of doomed without her race being a factor.
Exactly.
Because I noticed when I used to watch Suits, because I get like me, it was, you know me, I don't miss it. So Suits was the show that grabbed me, because when everyone's over there watching their horror and opening portals, I like to watch.
What's that? Bumping the Vampire Slayer.
Opening underground portals.
Harry Potter.
Oh, they need to stay closed. Thank you very much. So when I'm avoiding that, I always stay on that side. But it has real life kind of like hell traps in it, but it's still humans, and I kind of know where I am with human beings to an extent. So I was watching Meghan, but slowly as I watched the show, and they kind of like took it away and brought it back, and I think when they ended it, the series kind of put it back on Netflix and made it a prominent thing, I don't think the scenes were all the same. Her storyline went from one kind of storyline, and then the storyline kind of flitted where she felt like, you know, someone who's died in one of them old movies, and then they've come back to talk to the people then. The spirit, the ghost of Christmas past. She was coming like the ghost of Christmas past, where she floats in and floats out, and then she's off to some place. Oh, she's gone again. So she wasn't actually in the show anymore, like how she was before. Main character having the boyfriend who, if anyone doesn't know the story of Seuss, he was an accidental, genius who was naughty at school, and he basically would end up, because he got thrown out of the high school, I think Harvard, whatever you have to do, law school, to get into the high law firms, he has to then work he would do exam papers and cheat for people, go and do their exams. Oh. Yes, so he was the smartest person in the world, but could not go back and pass because he'd been thrown out for that thing. So then one day he's gone to doing some deal. Some guy said, can you take a briefcase or something to a hotel and go and do some maneuver? He gets in some trouble. The police are chasing him up and down the stairs. He ends up running into a recruitment drive for a particular law firm, sits down, answers the questions, ends up impressing the recruiter, and they thought he was someone else because the person was late. He sat in the chair and ends up getting a job at the law firm, but it's all a lie. So they have to cover up a lie. When he tells the truth, it's the lie that follows them all the way through. But and then that particular guy is with Meghan, but then their relationship just goes all weird. So I thought that's the time that there must have been, because they said they had to adapt all of that stuff for her not to be cast in acting in certain ways, and that means that her relationship now infringes on her career.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. Will she continue acting and stuff? I don't know. Well, can you be an actress like married to a prince of England? Like, I don't know.
I mean, when you look at other countries like, you know, Monaco and Prince of Monaco, they kind of do what they want to do, and they still respected in their space. But then I don't know how those old traditions go forward. There has to be a way to bring certain things forward and just leave some things behind, you know?
Well, I think all the way through, certainly the royal family have had to adapt anyway, like even down to the blooming king himself, like marrying his side chick and her being queen now. You know what I'm saying?
You and Muhammad Marani's side chick, you bust me up. When they said that, I think, you know what, I'm you.
But there's no denying that is what she has been. That is she has played the game, the long game.
Go!
That's what she did. And she is right where she's always wanted to be, Queen of England. Like, there's no denying that was always his side chick throughout the whole Diana thing, everything. You know what I mean? So, they've had to adapt. You know, I'm sure the whole royal family knew about his side chick. So, yeah, they can pretend that they're old money and everything, secretive and everything, but, you know, they verge on celebrities themselves. They're coming like celebrities with all their dirty laundry on the washing line for the nation to hear. Especially, like, I would say definitely, like, since the 80s, throughout the 90s, you know, it's become more and more that they have kind of become intertwined with that whole celebrity kind of lifestyle.
I think what they have to understand is that when the Queen decided, for whatever reason, to hold ties with the Commonwealth and become somebody who was marketing for, you know, Britain, and they became a marketing tool, the royal family's existence, that's when the lines between celebrity and royal old school cross. And then definitely. Then you have the children who grow up in that with a mother who became a queen by circumstance. They were already in the iPad mix-up. You that was already in the mix-up already.
Yeah, they were, because I think, you know, they did at some point they did a televised thing where they let the TV crews in to, like, follow them about their daily business. That's like reality TV, you know what I'm saying? They let them, you know, when Princess Diana was alive and stuff, and William and Harry were young, you know, there was a TV show that was put out, a documentary or something. So that in itself is kind of, yeah, that's merging with, like, celebrity lifestyle and whatnot. That is, you know, the boundaries are being crossed then, you know? So, and no matter how much the Queen might have wanted to maintain old money and stuff, her kids, like, her kids were, you know, dipping their toe in and out of it. So
yeah, they're thinking, what's the point of being, you know, this powerful if we don't go and party?
Exactly, partying hard and doing whatever, throwing their middle finger up to the tabloids and
with all due respect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is what celebrities do. They're in the papers. Obviously, now we've got social media and stuff, and that is what it has become. So I don't know if there's any choice, like, in the way things would have gone or could have gone, because, or is it like, was it inevitable that old money was gonna mix with, you know, merge into new money, or have elements of not new money, celebrity culture and lifestyle would have, you know, kind of interwoven with old money. So yeah, I don't know, man, unless there's some count in Transylvania that's still old money and, like, no one knows about him. I don't know.
What?
Do you know what I'm saying? So I think with the way the world has gone, it's just, yeah, definitely inevitable that the two would have to merge at some point, or the lines would be crossed, you know?
For real. So I feel like,
especially with older generations dying out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
so it's all about relatability at the end of the day. If you want to be current, you have to be relatable, and if you're going to be relatable, then it's got to be in the way that other people can relate. Okay?
Well, this is it, exactly, you know?
So just saying, you know, who am I?
Just saying.
Who am I? Like, you know what I mean? Right. Listen, speaking of bags of money, we're getting a little bit of, you know what, this Love Island lot, they're giving moments on social media, and we've seen them at the NTA Awards, red carpet, all dressed up nice. Then Tinniff was a bit of a royal event, darling. Yes, darling, they were looking, nobody came in those funny clothes that they wear to the BET Awards and all this stuff. I know it's a different thing, but come on, it wasn't a Halloween function. It wasn't. Definitely people were looking gorgeous. And on the red carpet, we had the Duke and Duchess of Whitlock. Yes, darling. Yes, copyrighted to me. If you pay me, if you use this hashtag, I'm going to trademark it. Okay. Yes, the Duke and Duchess of Whitlock, which is Whitney and Lockham. They were looking beautiful. And then you've got the Prince and Princess of Tyrella. So you got them. They were in attendance. Yes, then the Duchess of Elam, which is Caroline, is off the coast of Scotland. Have you heard of Elam?
No.
Place off the coast of Scotland.
Okay.
Not catching what I'm saying.
You're talking about Scott and Elam and
Right.
Are they back together? I thought they'd broken up.
Catherine's broken up, but what I'm saying is that Elam, if Elam is a place, then Scott is off the coast of Elam.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's around, they still talk about Scott and the Caroline, and she sat down in podcast talking about how she wants to give the truth about their relationship or their friendship or their notship or their, I'm confused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something going on, but they keep discussing when he went to America, when you guys came out, you kind of reunited in a way, and she's not saying much, but she said that when he comes back, I can't speak for how things will go. So there's something there, I don't know.
So he's still in America or in Love Island over there?
No, he got like given the boot, and then
really?
came back home. Yeah, so yeah, empty-handed.
Didn't last long. I thought they would have gone through his accent.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like the people already, by the time he got flung in there, everyone had already kind of like known each other. Well, I like when you come in low. Yeah. And then we also had the lovely Princess Jessica. She was looking gorgeous, and her partner Sir Samuel of Casa. And the Niger crew, Whitney was repping in green, and I've realised in time, I've noticed that our Nigerian brothers and sisters love their flag, their Branca flag, which is also in the Irish flag, because apparently they've got the same patron saint. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The green is something that you'll see pop up. Team Nigeria, they're always there's some green in there. The first time I really noticed it was, is it Romani? What's his name? That one from Power. That wild. You see, he needs to be.
I know.
You know, Andre. Is it Andre?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, from Power. He's from Nigeria, and he Romi. I can't even say his name. It's because I'm not reading it, but he came on the Breakfast Club with a Nigerian football top. He sings, he raps, he does everything. So I'm thinking, here goes brand Nigeria again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
more power for that, you know.
Yes,
the heritage and the culture is very important to them, you know, and they really reinforce it, even in modern times and stuff and lifestyle. They don't forget, and I take my hat off to that man, because so many islands, places, you know, the culture's being lost, the heritage, the traditions through the new generations, and they don't know it's going to wind up in the next 20 years that people, you know, it's lost, it's gone. And then the roots of the culture of the essence and the roots of the tree will be no more. And then exactly.
Where are we going to draw from?
Exactly. So yeah, I rate that, man, and I love the outfits and stuff as well.
Right.
All their headdresses and everything is just on point, man. The women look beautiful,
and the makeup, everything. That's
everything. I love it all, man. So
and
it just, you know what? It just looks so luxury and expensive to me. That's what I see when I see the traditional outfits and stuff, and it just looks and it's just tradition as well, but it looks expensive. Do you know what I mean? The different materials and prints quality.
Quality, yeah. It looks quality. No flimsy. Keep your sheens to yourself.
Exactly. I send the Primark, they can stay there.
Yeah, when it comes to a Nigerian wedding, you just keep it to yourself, mate. You keep your sheens to yourself. You make sure you got something. The green, Whitney was repping in the green. She looked gorgeous. Actually, she was wearing a luxurious gown. And in past, with the UK, some red carpet moments have been very slapdash. You know, we were saying before, what's the point? You know, but these lot seem to be really making an effort, and I like it. You got Ella and looking very gracious, and she had the green on, I think, at the end of at the final. And yeah, because they call themselves the Lecky girls, isn't it? Yeah. So big up the Lecky girls, and may you continue to chop well. But
We love it.
we love it. But I've seen a lot of green. I think green on style trend alert. The colour green, I feel is going to be quite big next year. I've seen some different shades of green, and it's giving money honey. I've seen on socials, yeah. So hopefully there's a sign of good things to come. Amen.
Heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we are gone from here, our friends will be drinking our beer.
Amen to that.
Radio. So TV and TV watch list and to watch list. I was watching the $1 Million Buffet courtesy of Netflix, babe. 48 minutes of lasciousness, 48 minutes of food porn overload.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. It's like you can watch it while you're eating because it's just long enough for a meal.
Yeah.
I don't recommend you watch it when you're hungry.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all about the world phenomenon of the buffet.
Oh.
There's a whole
watering.
girl. There's a whole science to it, and this shit is just deep, girl. It was deep. It's a whole thing. They've got this new thing called luxury buffet, and this lady, she's so funny. She's got a really funny personality, boy. One of us, she's a pineapple. She's one of us. She goes around to these buffets. So she goes around the world to these big buffets, but this one you pay £100 a head. The first one she went to, and it's all you can eat, but everything's like not fine dining, but luxury foods and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, when you see the display, oh my goodness, the dessert trolley, the everything, and and they just going around seeing if the people who try to out eat the money they spend and stuff. But I said straight away,
oh my gosh,
I said I'll pay the £100 just to be in there. I think as a chance to go and try different luxury foods, it's worth the £100.
The thing is though, your belly only has so much capacity, so is it worth like £100? Like,
babe, they would walk around to people and they were standardly on their fifth lobster. Standardly.
Do they let you take a doggy back home?
No, you cannot. I know that you had this guy on there, and he's an expert, kind of like gourmet expert, buffet expert, and he's keep the bread to a minimum. He gave all these different things. Don't fill yourself up on fizzy pop, as some people call it.
Yeah.
Don't fill yourself up with the fizzy drinks, and because she said she loves a Diet Coke when she's having her food to wash it down, but he goes, no, that will not get you far. And she was saying about bringing her digestion pills and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And then the next thing they're doing an exercise bike the next day, trying to work it out before she goes to the next.
Oh my
goodness. Yeah, but they went all the way to Vegas, and it's a huge thing. And I'm going to go and try this £100 menu thing. Like, I'm coming with you, standard. Yeah, man. But there's one I think in Vegas called Bacchanal. And the meat was dropping off the bone. She goes, why am I having a roast dinner at this time of the day?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that sounds amazing. It sounds so cool.
Yeah, watch that $1 Million Buffet.
But that's true though, isn't it? They love to give you bread. Maybe that is a psychological thing. They know what people are going to do, that they're going to indulge in bread, right, and dip or whatever it is they give you, and then by the time, so that means that you're going to go up less.
Yes. So what they do is they make it so that they put the desserts right in your face, so that your eye is already thinking about gobbling the dessert.
Yeah.
That's to draw you in, and then as you go in, it pulls you in. They do it like a certain layout, so it pulls you in and in. And as you go in, your eyes just get wide, and then because by the end of it, your eyes are definitely too big for your belly. That was her words. Those were her words. They were talking to the chef and everything, and they showed behind the scenes in the restaurant and how all the meat's put out, and the Bacchanal. I have to big up the Bacchanal hotel restaurant thing. I think the head chef is a black guy. And the way they keep the meat and everything, and the cooler, everything looks so clean and neat.
Wow.
Did they show how much loads of food is consumed in a day? He goes, oh, that'll be gone in a minute. Yeah, don't watch that room full of meat. That'll be gone in a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. So,
Wow. It sounds like an experience.
for real.
I'll add it to my bucket list.
Yeah, it's definitely one for the belly and one for the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that was a cool show. And I saw the inspirational story I watched last night. It was Storyful from South Africa, and the movie is called The Song.
Okay.
Yep, again, courtesy of Netflix. And it looks like Netflix has come back with a wholesalers full of goodies for us, honey.
Okay.
Yes, because added list is buff right now, babes. It's buff.
They're prepping us for what's to come in the UK weather-wise, autumn and winter, yeah? They're prepping us. They're prepping because they know that we're going to be coming in, want to be all cozy in our houses, like with a cup of tea and some digestives or whatever, our fluffy socks and dressing gowns on, and want to just settle down and watch TV, watch films and watch episodes.
Exactly that. And because my eyes went in it, the thing about South African movies, I know we talk about it a lot, but they are great storytellers. There's moral to the story. The same reason why everyone loves Lion King. They have a great way of storytelling. And the drone shots, babe. The drone shots. I need to go to South Africa. It's on my bucket list. I need to go and see that place because it's the same kind of energy. And the way the sun hits the camera when they're doing the shots and stuff. And then even when they do the nightlife views, you feel like you're actually there. And the moral of the story always has a thing. I mean, this particular one, it starts off with a gentleman who actually is become president, and he's telling a young set of boys in a school about, when you gave one of those motivational talks, but this old school in new school, and giving, telling some tales of young. But they fear or they think that, no, not driving that car, not doing what you do. You can never know what it's like to be from the gully side, even though they're in a private school, yeah? So, so the boys are ramping and stuff, and he's telling the story, but then he goes back and talks about his life. He didn't start off like this, and his life of crime, and when he was younger, and it was just moments like, he basically went back and he found himself in a situation where he had people in the store as hostage. They reminded him when they had the gun to their faces that his dad, they remembered his dad. They basically reminded him who he was, and slowly they got him to see that what he's doing is not his purpose in life. Okay. Yep. So the story went back and forth from telling them the young ones the story, and they were jumping up and down, assuming certain things. So he gave them some lessons in there, and he went to court. He ended up, things ended up working out, but the whole of the people that he took hostage was sitting down in his defense in the court. They came out with him after the hostage situation, and they all played a part in his future and how he made something bad turn into something amazing.
Okay.
And the song represents, I thought it was going to be about a song. It represents the legacy you leave. What song would you like your grandchildren and their grandchildren to sing about you?
Oh, wow.
Babe.
Man.
Shut down. Shut down.
Neat.
Baby, I put my eyes on this show, and that was it.
That's really thought-provoking,
Honey, baby girl. So I told you I'm the queen of unspoiling spoiler alerts. Go and watch that if you like.
Oh, definitely. I'm adding that to my watch list.
Honey girl. And while we're still in the midst of royalty, or so-called royalty, I say that loosely. Paris complains. It's basically, I said, it's the price of a feature. He is T.I. and Tiny's son.
Right.
Which T.I. and Tiny, everyone knows T.I. and Tiny. Tiny is from the group Escape, with Candy from Real Housewives, and T.I. is her husband, longtime husband. They have a whole bag of kids, and this is one of them. He's the one with the curly blonde hair, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and he's always on social media. He's an artist. I say that loosely again. No, sorry. He's an artist, aspiring artist. I don't say that loosely. He's an aspiring artist. And he's been busy on the social media crying because he wants two popular artists. I think The Baby and an artist called Sexy Red, who's quite controversial, but is popular at the moment. She's just being herself in a certain type of way they love to right now. I don't know if I agree with it, but I do believe in individuality. I've spoken about artists in the back of the day where everyone had their own voice. Much like they say about the podcast game, they want everybody who's participant in it to have their own voice. That's what keeps it interesting. So, you know, you get a group like Method Man and then like a Wu-Tang. Oh, here we go. Maybe I'll go with Method Man again. But everyone had their own voice. I saw like this kind of like cipher. And you know who's got a podcast kind of thing going on that's getting really popular? Mace and Cameron.
Have they?
Yes, man, it's so popular. Their personalities.
I thought Mace went to be. I thought he was a reverend.
He left the reverendship because Puffy gave back their music. Gave them back their publishing. Yeah, the other day, and people are speaking about it. We'll talk about that another time anyway. But they, obviously he's found his own lane with Cameron. And I saw them rapping together, and between Mace and Cameron, everybody had their own flow. Everybody had their own individual thing. Cameron's a swanky dresser. I mean, they're big man rapping still, but we said hip hop is young, so we have got to let the veterans become the pioneers become veterans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like in this space, this entertainment space, they still need to be killing it. So I say that to say, King Harris wanted a feature from Sexy Red and the Baby, and he's moaning about the rates they want to charge him. I think they want to charge 150 grand or something like that for a feature on a track, and he's crying. Basically, he's trying to say that because of who he is and because of what he would do in return for someone else, he was upset that they would be charging him that money. So he's not taking the rejection very well, and he's upset. Do you think that he's being spoiled, or do you think he's got a point?
So what would he do then?
They would come on and they would do some lyrics in one of his albums or a creative piece of music, and they would come and feature, and that would obviously, that he's feeling like the collaboration between the two of them would make the project. It would be a great.
It would increase their popularity, basically. Yeah. So he thinks, what is he trying to say, that they would get so much out of it that they've got a nerve to be charging him 150 grand for them to feature on it and whatnot?
Well, the people there who were talking on it said that the piece comes from TJF with Funky Dineva and them, and Claudia Jordan and Al Reynolds. And the opinions were similar but varied in perspective, as in, like you say, who brings value to who? That was the discussion. Does he feel that he brings value to them, that they should drop the price?
Well, clearly, if he's throwing a wobbler and chucking his toys out the pram about the price, then that's he feels that he brings the most value out of this collaboration. He's bringing the most to the table, that they need him more than he needs them, basically.
It's giving that, and it's giving a little bit of entitlement as well, again.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, it's giving some entitlement, because you're not on the reality TV show was your parents and you were in it. I mean, the whole reality show was called T.I. and Tiny's Family Hustle. So obviously, in the way, you would have picked up the idea that business is business if you were living with cameras in your house when you were growing up. I mean, your parents made necessary means for you to be able to have what you have, and they did it from the ground up as young people, and they're still hustling now. So it's a bit annoying that King would feel that he doesn't have to do anything more than what they did to get to where they are.
Yeah,
I know that there's this thing where they did what they did so that we can make it easier for our children, but I feel like there should be more creativity and growth in the knowledge of business and less social media whining.
The thing is, I feel like a lot of these celebrities' children, whose parents, their mums or their dads or both or whatever, have like hustled from back in the days and they've seen hardships and stuff. I feel like a lot of this new generation just do feel entitled, and they don't know. Obviously, as a parent, as you said, you want your children to have a better life than you. That's what we do it for, like for our kids, and that's what we're hustling for. But it's like, the children, giving them such a better chance, a better, you know, position in life and stuff, that just makes them not see any hardship and have no value for anything and just feel entitled to everything.
Yeah.
It's a kind of like, it's a like no-win situation.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's just being a sport brat in this case.
I think,
you know,
I don't know whether this is where maybe some grandparents, because I learned over time as a parent that sometimes the grandparents, if they're around, can speak in a different voice, in a calmer voice, that they're more accepting of. Now, it's a case of reminding them to be grateful, because if that's all we can do, I cannot stand ungrateful people. I cannot stand. I wouldn't like to see that my children are standing there and just showing so much disrespect and just ungrateful behaviour on a regular basis. I wouldn't be able to get on with it. I wouldn't. You just got to keep reminding them, because people forget. Kids forget.
They do. Adults forget as well. Adults forget. And the thing is, life can change in a split second. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because you're like at the top of your game now, don't mean that you're going to be there tomorrow. Anything can happen, you know, health wise or whatever wise. So as you say, be grateful and stuff, and, you know, be humble and all that. I think people forget, you know, and when you see homeless people on the street and stuff, everyone has a story. That homeless person could have been, you know, the wealthiest person from their village or town, or, you know, like, don't just look down your noses on people and treat people with respect. That's, you know, and I think a lot of these people in this kind of culture, like the celebrity culture and stuff, they forget. They do. And especially their kids and stuff, when they can just rinse their credit, like daddy or mummy's credit card, spend 10G on a this or a that. I think, it's easy to forget, definitely.
You hit the nail on the head in regards to a certain aspect of it, because I forgot what I was going to say. What did you just say a minute ago? You said something about
things can change in a split second. Or everyone's got a story, or they should be humble.
Everyone's got a story. When I had the bricks and mortar business, one thing that you can never get is the conversations you have with people you pass through every day. And I spoke to this guy, and he said he slept on the bench. He wasn't homeless anymore, but he slept on the bench for ages. And he'd come from nothing. And he wanted a house. He wanted a property. This was years ago, and the bank turned him down. Then they said, we can go to the housing. He felt embarrassed. I want to go to the housing. I don't know if I told this story before. And his wife that he'd come through, everything was because he wanted to show his wife a comfortable life, and, you know, raise their children and just work his way. So I think in the end, he went into the benefits place, and they disgraced him, and he felt so embarrassed. He said to them, gave him the middle finger and left in there, then took his wife's hand and left, and said, I'm determined to get myself a house. I don't care if I have to build it brick by brick. I'm going to get that house. So later on, he found a broke down house and fixed it up himself. It took him years. Then he started flipping properties, and then fast forward, he ends up in a massive house in the country because his wife wanted more. And they wanted, you know, after all these years of living in a small house, let's go and we've worked hard, let's go.
Yeah.
The minute they move, the woman meets some young guy in the pub down the road and ends up having an affair with him, move the young guy in, the man they end up getting divorced, and the man leaves the yard. And he pick up his girl from depression after that and end up homeless on the bench. So when you say that...
Yes. This is what I mean, Neats. And I think a lot of these celebrities, you know, you do get really good people like that do a lot for, like, you know, they've got their charities, they do a lot, and they get stuck in as well. They don't just, like, I think it's easy for some of them to just write a check, here it can go to this charity and that charity, but to, like, go down to the place and for their kids to go down with them, serving up soup or doing, you know, the hard graft, and seeing what the people who are out there, like, you know, trying to do good and stuff, like, I mean, the staff and whatever of a charity, like, to really get involved. I don't think a lot of them do it. I don't think many of them do that.
No, they don't. And I remember when one of my family, they used to go down to serve food up and bring things and support these serving up of food to the homeless. And she would take her children down there, and that will forever be respected as a visual. To see that, it will forever be respected. So big up P for doing that and supporting the community stuff, and that will only come back to her in abundance.
Of course. And I feel like so many of them just, they just write a check. Yeah, I give to charity, I help, I do my bit. No, it's easy to do that. No, you should be going there, getting involved, really meeting the people and engaging with the people, and, bringing your spoilt children with you as well to really see a different side, and to just, have some humility for people. That's the thing, they are so far removed from real life and real people's stories and stuff, and I feel like it's just so easy for them to get lost in stupid things like, oh, they want to charge me 150 grand to be on this track.
That's rich people problems, man.
This is what I'm saying. Exactly.
Problems, man. Jesus. But yeah. So I understand. Let's just give him a little bit. Let's give King, listen here, yeah? I understand what it's like to have obstacles in your way, but you've got to find a way to learn how to maneuver your way. We've said this several times here, the aunties. We have moments of frustration. They used to say to me, I used to think to myself, one guy told me, you go through it, round it, over it, through it, round it. Whatever way you have to do it, it's the way that you learn to maneuver the situation and your frustrations that will build your character, and it will get you the desired outcome, brother. That's all I can say. My son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So clearly Sexy Red and the baby know their worth, and then it might not, it just might be not the, it might just be that it's not the right fit for the gig,
Yeah. Or you just come up with the P.
Exactly. That's it. If you want them that bad, then you just seeing as your tiny,
you gotta pay.
Son, I'm sure that's light change to you, bruv. So stop whining and just pay the G's, or find someone else. You get me?
That's right. You gotta pay to play, baby. That's what the game's all about. So you can back there on our bloody tits now, because I've got my own kids to worry about. You gotta listen to every five brass minute. Imagine if our kids did that.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Angels, but imagine if we had to deal with every you wake up and them lot are alive.
Oh, exactly. No.
What? Anyway, we got a future show coming up. I have got some stuff going on the socials about how kids view their parents, and stuff like if you don't want a kid, don't have a kid. I've got some certain. Listen, that episode there, it might even start off season 3. Because there is some stuff going on out here, and it's partially stuff that we need to listen to as parents, but it's sometimes a blind leading the blind. But this, if we don't control it, it's going to be an epidemic.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a good one that's in the pipeline. I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wonder that we'll save it for another day, but you've just made me think. I wonder what my kids think of me.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. They just say, why you're not main character, mummy. That's what they say.
So they say,
you're not main character.
So they're telling you to calm down your main character energy.
Listen, okay. This is what we went to this outdoor swimming pool, an amazing swimming pool place in Hitchin the other day, right? Just a quick one. Anyway, so me and my 3 girls, we're in the shower. It's public showers and whatever. We're all washing our hair and whatnot after we finish swimming and stuff. Then a group of boys, they must have been maybe 17, 18, 19 or whatever. They're talking in a different language, fine or whatever. They come and squish into there's about 8 of them. They come and squish into the showers. There's 2 showers next to us that are free. They come and all squish there, yeah? and then one of them props up his phone on top of the lockers, and it's obvious, and then he's filming, and it's obviously filming them, but we're behind, my daughters, right? And they start singing, clapping and whatnot. So I said to them, excuse me, you're not filming my daughters, are you? You're not filming us in the shower, are you? Because they're speaking in a different language and stuff. I don't want to be on no one's TikTok in whatever place or whatnot. He was like, no, not for TikTok. But that really embarrassed my kids,
Oh, so you're saying something embarrassing?
Me saying something, but I'm not gonna just stand there and not say nothing while we're in the shower. Obviously, we got our swimming costumes on or whatever. But I don't know. Like my young girl as well. Like she's like 9. I don't want her face all over some people's. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, no time. Tell them that I will just come there and walk past and cut my eye and kiss my teeth. If I won't say nothing, I'll just keep walking past them and cut my eye. Is that better?
This is what I'm saying.
That is fair.
I was not going to just stand there having a shower and my kids' faces like facing towards their camera and stuff and not say nothing.
Do you know what? So you don't end up on the Karen's rundown, top 10 Karens of London. Why don't you just kiss your teeth after them and cut your eye? That's what you've got to do.
I said to my daughters, listen, right, I don't know what they were filming, where they're going to put it or what they're doing yet. These people had the balls to stand up there and put their camera on facing in our direction. I don't care whether they're doing backflips, clapping, whatever. I do not want you lot's images being put wherever, without my consent. So I said, I opened my mouth and said something. So the older ones were like, oh my gosh, and whatnot.
So it was like,
I was like, behave and turn your back, like.
I told I told you, I talk about, is it such a thing like third person? Ferre, what's going on with your people then? I will be talking to my kids, so they are this is me giving you a choice. Either you can assist me in dealing with this, or they can get it straight and direct from me.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying, Neat. So yeah, man. And the thing is, I'm that mum, innit? I will open my mouth.
Yep.
I'll open my mouth. I don't business. They call me Karen, but I don't business, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to like my kids and their safety or like being put in a compromised position, I'm not going to just stand there and not say nothing.
Yeah. Sometimes they want to cry Karen. It's not really a Karen. It's just being told how it is, isn't it?
Exactly. You're being a, responsible parent or whatnot.
That's
like, it might not face some parents, but I didn't like that.
No, I'm sorry. If you're doing dumb things, I'm going to call you dummy. He said the name's appropriate if the cap fits, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or we're not allowed to wear caps no more.
Foolishness, man. So, yeah. So, that will be an interesting one.
Yeah, it will be. I can't wait. And I've got some other bits of TikTok for you for that whole thing. That's going to be an episode off.
Psst. It's me again, you lot. Part 2's back next week of the season finale. Thanks for coming to join us again. We still in it to win it, baby. So come back and join us for the second part. It won't take too long to drop it. We got your KMTs, we got your comment section, the usual palaver. See you then.
When I wake up in the morning, I look myself at the mirror, I say, I'm handsome, I am blessed. Victor is highly favored. He's cute enough. He's just blessed. So when I come outside, I don't care if you're gonna tell me I'm smart. I already know I'm smart. I'm smart. I don't need anybody's opinion. Me, I'm blessed. And it's truth. It's the facts that rely on the Bible. I don't need anyone's opinion. So title does not matter. What matters is in me.
I re-up, I drop up, I go out and get it. Show them the vibe, but they still don't get it. I sold them cash, go get credit. Fix your hair and nails, one girl, you gotta get it. Get deep and grab my bro, you gotta get it. I said house and line, but they still don't get it. I told her jump on top, don't stop till you get it. Girl, juice is flying, so I keep getting hard work and merit. Smiling.